Teoscar Hernández signs with the Dodgers. Chris Sale's headed to the Braves. And is Imanaga going to Chicago?
Maybe. New year, new me.
Hey guys, welcome back to the first Glad Talk of 2024. Mason, how were your holidays?
It was good.
Good Christmas?
Only because the Dodgers kicked everybody's butt.
It was a great Christmas. We got a lot of gifts on the baseball side.
Christmas came early. That's for sure.
Did you have a good New Year?
Yeah. Also had a good New Year because the Dodgers keep kicking everybody's butt in the postseason. In the offseason.
And they've done it again. They add a little pop to the lineup, a little right-handed pop. Teoscar Hernández.
Yep.
Teo's coming to Tinseltown.
They needed another right-handed bat, left-handed heavy lineup. So definitely needed somebody to just have a good pop, a lot of swing and miss. Dodgers really good at fixing that though, so I think he'll do fine.
And the big thing with Hernandez, he drives in runs.
Yes.
Drove in 93 last year.
Awesome.
116 a couple years ago. So you're going to put him into a lineup that's going to have a lot of guys on base, a lot of base hits, a lot of high on-base percentage in this lineup, and Hernandez is going to have plenty of opportunities to drive in runs.
I mean, he's a former All-Star. He's a former All-Star and Silver Slugger, actually. So, I mean, it was probably the year that he drove in 116 runs. He's going to get you 20, 30 bombs. And I think the Dodgers they're going to work with him and do really well to really bring down that swing and miss rate. Got a lot of pop, though. They like that.
They like that a lot. It's a one-year deal, $23.5 million. Let's just keep writing these checks.
Sure. Why not?
Why stop now?
Why not? Yeah, why stop? Get Kershaw, too, just because.
Bring him back. He's got to be a Dodger.
He's got to end up being a Dodger. He's going to finish it being a Dodger. He has to.
Another thing with Hernandez, he hits left-handed pitching, career OPS of 887 against lefties for Hernandez.
Really good, especially because it's a heavy left-handed lineup, so they're going to get a lot of lefties thrown at them, so they need somebody who can hit lefties like that.
So let's move on to our next story. A trade here between the Red Sox and the Braves happened a couple weeks ago. Chris Sale headed to Atlanta.
Don't care. No. You know what? I mean, we've talked to Duff about it. Huge Red Sox fan. Spoiler. Hates Chris Sale. Hates Chris Sale.
I wonder why.
I mean, he was probably the best pitcher for a couple years there, and now he just can't stay healthy.
He was good in 2017. Really good in 2018, the year they won the World Series. We don't want to talk about that at the moment. Hasn't been very good the last few years. If you look at the last 3 years, he's pitched just about 30 games over the last 3 years. And surprisingly, after the trade was completed, the Braves reached an agreement on a 2-year extension with Sale.
Interesting.
2 years, $19 million a year, total value of $38 million. What do you think about that?
They must see something that the Red Sox don't. I don't know if he can just stay healthy. I mean, that's his biggest thing. If he can stay healthy on the field and he's actually playing, I guess they think he's worth $19 million. I don't think he's worth that much, but they know more than me probably. No, they don't.
I mean, he's just about 34. Not extremely old in baseball terms, but
it's up there. It's towards the end.
He hasn't been able to stay on the field.
Yeah.
Just 2 games in 2022. Just 9 games in 2021. Came back for 20 games last year, ERA above 4. So, you know, if he can stay on the field in a short series in the playoffs, could he win you a ball game? Absolutely. I think that's what the Braves are considering here by making this deal with that extension. But I don't know. And they give up a young prospect in Vaughn Grissom, a guy, he's only had about 200 at-bats at the big league level. But looking back a couple years ago, I don't think anyone would have thought that Chris Sale would be getting moved.
No.
And if he was, you thought you'd be getting a lot more for him than just one guy. But
one rookie.
Just 1 year left on that contract, and he hasn't been able to stay on the field. So it's been a turn of events for Chris.
Yeah, I think it's a good move by Boston to be able to get something for him. You know, they're not going to bust an Angels and not get anything for Ohtani. Losers. Losers. So, I mean, good for them to actually get something from, Atlanta's got a good farm system. You know what I mean? It's not the Dodgers, it's not the Orioles, but it's not the worst. So it's good for them because Boston's in rebuilding. They've got to get somebody to try and build around. They got that extension with Devers.
Yeah, and I think that was a really good move. If you're going to build around anybody, it had to be Devers.
It had to be. I mean, you lost Sanders, so I mean, I mean, as soon as they lost Bogart, they had to get Devers, or that fan base was going to have a riot.
Especially after that Mookie trade.
Oh my God! I mean, that was the beginning of the end.
Thank you, Bean 10.
That was the beginning of the end for them. It really was, and now they're rebuilding. So,
why are they acting like a small market team? Step it up. Step it up.
I mean, their owner's worth billions, isn't he?
Most of them are.
Yeah, all but 4 we talked about, right? Dumb.
Figure it out.
So yeah, I mean, good. I don't want to say good for Atlanta, good for Boston. It seemed right for both of them, so I couldn't care less.
Well, let's move on to a couple more things here before we wrap it up.
This one's more interesting.
This one's a little more interesting. Imanaga, pretty close to reaching a deal with the Cubs. It's reportedly worth around $15 million annually. I'm not sure how many years on that. It hasn't been confirmed by the Cubs yet, but that deadline is tomorrow on Thursday, so a deal must be reached by tomorrow.
It's going to happen. If not by the time we finish this video, I don't think it's going to take until tomorrow. They don't want to be on a deadline, which they are. They don't want to wait till the last minute of the deadline, I should say. So, I mean, he's a good pitcher. He's got good stuff. Cubs need that. They need to get Bellinger. I can't believe they're not even getting that done. So, yeah, I don't know.
Not much going on with the Bellinger market.
I think it's Bellinger just wanting to wait and see where everything lands and then be able to have, you know, see where the market is. You can probably get more value. The Imanaga thing is going to happen, I think, today by the end of this video, if not before, you know, it hits tomorrow in New York. We'll see. He's a good pitcher. He's got good stuff. I mean, he's going to help the Cubs. They got to get Bellinger to be even considered a good team anymore. Because Stroman's a free agent now, isn't he?
Indeed.
They don't have him.
Speaking of Stroman, let's talk about the Stro Show. There was some talk last week that he wants to be a Yankee. At first, Yankees said, you know, we don't want any part of him. Now, apparently there's interest on both sides.
Sure.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
If you're the Yankees, good luck with that drama, that headache in your clubhouse. Yeah.
Save the drama for your mama.
Save the drama for your mama. Keep it out of the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if by the end of this contract that he ends up signing with the Yankees, or if he's traded before the end of the contract, he'll end up bad-mouthing the Yankees like he's done to every team he's been on so far.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, if you can't play in New York, you could probably play anywhere else. It's a terrible place to play because there's so much pressure on you, especially if you're, you know, a new pitcher signing. Okay, you got to be as good as Garrett Cole, or they hate you. It's tough to play in front of those fans. Throwing beer and trash on their own field. Terrible, terrible people.
He wanted to be back with the Mets.
Yeah, they didn't want him.
They didn't want him. They didn't want any part to do with him.
Don't blame him.
Cries everywhere he goes.
Sure.
You know, I used to really like the guy.
Pitched a gem.
A gem for USA.
Yeah.
That WBC was awesome. It was awesome being there.
Yes.
But he just keeps being a big crybaby about everything.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just not happy.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. No thanks. You can have it.
Can't wait to see him get booed at Yankee Stadium.
What
a joy, though. By his own fans.
Terrible.
What do you think they'll throw on the field?
Beer. No, anything. But probably beer.
They're throwing beer. Not hot dogs. They're throwing beer.
Coffee.
Guys, Happy New Year. It's going to be an awesome season.
Can't wait.
Dodgers, keep making signings.
Yeah. Just keep taking out the checkbook. Sign away until all the checks are gone. It'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it. Guys, as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's go Dodgers.
Adios.